go to the woods today, you're in for a big surprise. What on earth? It's so good! Bang, 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 bang! The standard road jump. Right, and here we go. And down. Wow, that's running quite quick, isn't it? Fuck it, we'll find out in a minute. How good is that? That's sick. We're having a little look online. I have found this trials bike. Whoa, look at this. I've just bought it. Some would say it looks like a washing machine. Give it some love. Here she is then, sports fans. Better already. Rusty in there. Big crappy grip. Come on, mate. Come. Look at the colour difference. Pretty seized up. Broken. Rusted. Oh, look at that. Absolutely shocking. Annoying quite a lot of people, I'd have thought. Yeah, good to go. Any body shop would have been happy with that. Whoa, come to the rescue. There we go. See the power just oozing out of it. Pretty easy going now. The rim tape's just falling off. See what we can do. See, someone's had a good go at repairing this. We've got these special things here. Lovely piece of kit this. Yeah, good to go. Here we go then. This is genuinely my first time riding it. I thought I'd get it on camera just in case the brakes fail or whatever. God, it's been years since I rode one of these bikes. Oh, look at that. It's come straight back for 25 quid. See if we can do some more shiz. Oh yeah, you still got it. I think we'll give that a miss. That'll do. Anyone can do it. You find an absolute weapon and just do it up. Kills a bit of time and then you've got a bit of fun around the garden as well. Right, and guys, I'm here on the banger. A number of you have messaged me to say that you've also gone out and bought a banger, so here's a crack challenge for you. 60 and 60. $30. $50. Have that for a workout. I'm going to take you around the local. Old Harry rocks. Bit of fitness. Oh, go on son, get up there. This is Aggleston Rock. Luckily my marine days came in for something. Check that out for a view, it's pretty stunning, eh? See you later, Aggleston. It's just turned into a rock field. We're having fun. Pop that, quite gnarly down here. This is the iconic tank. Right boys, right, you might be able to work out where we are now. Corfe Castle. Legs are burning. This is the small hill. We got a little baby one. And as you can tell, from I've made it to the top. Get some speed, push through with our feet. And there we go, there's our balance point. I'm using my brake now and again to control that movement, holding it. If I feel myself going left or right, I'm just going to counter with my hips. Yo! You just sort of see at the minute I'm staying sat on the seat. If I find myself going too far forward or too far back, that's why I'm going to just push through with my heels. So you can move your hips, you can move your bars. So you sort of see as I go slower, that's why I need to think more about the balance. Much slower pace, you have to think about the wheelie, which we'll probably look at another day. You can start to take the limbs off, all that good stuff. Just staying sat in that pocket of balance. So as I said before, if you've got the speed, you'll find it less twitchy. If you've got less speed, that's where you can start messing it up. So if you want to turn, just start leaning. If you run out of speed, that's where we're going to have to rely for the wheelie. What a cruise. So it's definitely quite a core workout. Been asked by a parent, is there anything my kids can do at home, help them with skills on a bike? Today's video, we're on the hardtail and I'm literally going to go through basic skills you guys can do in a small area. A lot of you have probably got a hardtail lying around the garage. They're generally a lot cheaper than what a full suspension bike is. You don't really require suspension, so you know, try it on your BMX if you've got it, even your road bike, even skills that you can do in your front room. Make sure you obviously get permission from your parents. To start things off, what we're going to look at is basically something called the track stand. Stay still for as long as we possibly can. Do this sitting down, standing up. If we've got the track stand itself, start to think about taking our arms off, taking our legs off, all that good stuff. Once again, just anything to make it slightly harder for balance. Next thing we're going to think about doing is maybe, if you saw my trials video the other week, it's very much a trial sort of video that I did on my cheap banger of an Onza bike. So maybe the next one you can think about, just moving the front wheel around. Once again, all about balance. You can do that, Ben, piece of cake. Right, next one. All we're going to think about doing is not only the front, but the back as well. Front, back, and do that. Maybe just think about 360. Happy with that? Try back the other way. Once again, nice and simple. As you can see, I'm not really taking up too much space at all. If you're doing it inside, please watch the ornaments, watch the furniture. So the next trick we're going to practice, out on the trails, there are actual times where you might want to get the back wheel up and over something. We're going to put our weight over the front. We almost want to feel that back wheel come up, and then as soon as we're at our highest point, we then want to think about getting back down nice and safely. Lift and back. But if you can, literally try and get that saddle between your legs to get it as high as possible. Lift and back. We go into a normal endo, and as our back wheel comes back down, we're going to lean back and we're going to start pedaling backwards. Obviously we need to pedal backwards to allow the bike to roll backwards. Up, pedal. Not taking too much space. We start with one foot with the no-footed endo. There's tight switchbacks or anything like that, you might find that it's easier, rather than just to ride it, you might find putting the front brake on to get around that section might be easier. Shoulders that are going to turn the rear wheel underneath us. So turn the bar on weight, turn the bar on weight. Right, we touched on the manual very briefly. If you want to see the full manual video, click back in one of my videos and you can obviously see how to manual. The main thing we want to think about when we are manualing are two things really, and that is the push coming from our heel, and there is no pull from my arms. Push, relax. So you can sort of see there's no pull whatsoever with my arms. Push, heels, the wheelie. Now, a lot of you will know your most dominant foot. It's generally the foot that rides in front of the other one when you're riding down a trail. Very important that you know this, because when it comes to the wheelie, we've obviously got our strong foot, or as Andre used to call it, our chocolate foot, and our weaker foot. I want you to think about pushing into the suspension on your weaker foot. And then as soon as our stronger foot comes round, that's where we're going to put all that power through our pedal, and we're literally going to stay sat on the bike. Weaker foot, stronger foot. Weaker foot, stronger foot. So I'd say this is probably the hardest thing to do, and that is start the initiation of the wheelie. As soon as you get that front wheel up in the air, the biggest problem with a number of people is they get faster and faster. So think about the cadence going through your legs, and you just want to be nice and chilled. Push down, weak, strong. So hopefully that really helps you with your wheelie, guys. As I said, short space, small space. Give it a go on your longer rows, all the rest of it, and hopefully that works. But that is probably the #1 thing to get you doing a wheelie.